So the first thing you should notice with this video is that half of my body is red. Yes, completely red. That's the difference. Do you see that? Yeah, that would be sunburn. Because I'm a smart one like that. Yeah, I took my brother to the zoo today and with my boyfriend, Jake, and we spent all day at the zoo. Now, I guess it was my own fault because I didn't put anything on. But I figure, the zoo has tons of, trees and shade, and you're not out in the sun all the time. A lot of the exhibits are inside, and we did almost all the buildings and things like that. So I wasn't thinking that, oh, okay, I'll burn. It didn't come to mind. But I did. I did pretty bad. Obviously. It's a pretty big difference in color. But oh well, by Friday it'll be tan, so that's okay. I'm sitting waiting for Jake and my brother in front of the gorillas. Just sitting there, just waiting. Sitting on a bench waiting for them to come around because they were on the other side of the cage to come around. And I was like, I've seen apes. Apes are apes. So I sat down. And this little British girl, she couldn't have been more than 4 or 5, sitting on her dad's shoulder, and they're standing in front of me. And she goes to her dad, she goes, Dad, why are those things so dark? They're black. And her dad goes, well, they're gorillas. She goes, oh, they're gorillas? And her dad goes, yeah, Puppet, what did you think they were? She goes, I thought they were what the Americans call niggers. And I just could not stop laughing. This little British girl, she could not have been, like I said, could not have been more than 4 or 5. And she had just said this to her father, and her dad goes, no. Those are gorillas. Those are apes. Those are apes. And she goes, but Daddy, you call them apes sometimes, so I thought they were... And I was like, oh, Dad just got busted. And it made me laugh so hard because of what not only because of what she said, but because I thought back to senior week. Me and my friend Allie, you guys know her as Irish Mafia 088, we're sitting in this old-fashioned picture place that you see on the boardwalks where they dress you up in old-time clothes and they take pictures of you in black and white. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Why are you so tired? Oh yeah, because I walked you around the zoo all day. Could be it. Okay, sorry. So, like I said, we were in this old-time picture place where they dress you up and everything and take the pictures in sepia tone. She has them. I need to get them from her. Note to self. Okay. And I'm sitting on the bench with her and we're looking through the photos. And I watched this group of black people walk by. Nothing, I just happened to be looking up at the door. And it was a mom and 2 or 3 daughters and a kid in a roller, a scooter or whatever the fuck they are. And the little girl says to her mom, we should go do this. And her mom turns to her with the most serious face. She goes, black people didn't exist in the old times. And I was just like, what? Are you serious? Did you just tell your daughter that black people didn't exist in Old West? Really? The absolute highlight of my trip and the thing today, and the thing that will remain with me forever and has proven to me that there is still good in the world around me, even with ignorant people and belligerent people. I was standing in line to get a drink, and I had my wallet out. And I opened my wallet for a second to pull out money, and I turned to Jake, and I was talking, and I left my thumb in my wallet. You know how how you put your thumb in your wallet, and it keeps it open? And a breeze had come by, and I didn't notice. I had almost $200 in my wallet. $200 from senior week still left over. And it blew out of my wallet. All 20s just blew out of my wallet. And I didn't notice, and I was still standing there talking to Jake, and Jake didn't notice either. This girl comes up to me. She had to be like 13, 14 maybe. She comes up to me with all my 20s in her hand. She goes, "Ma'am, this came out of your wallet." And I'm just like, holy crap, I count them, they're all there. Put them back in my wallet, and I'm just like, thanks. And she goes on her way. And I'm just like, how in the world, like, if I had found $200 at 13 or 14, I think I probably would have walked away with it. Honestly, I would have walked away with it. But this little girl had come up to me and just handed it to me. Like, "Ma'am, here's your money. Fell out of your wallet. It was fair and square on the sidewalk, but I picked it up, brought it over to you." Like, who does that anymore? I don't know. Moral of the story, watch your wallet.